Massa and Carrara, two cities that matches in a unique and wonderful contrast. Just like their territory, where the Apuane Mountains are only a few kilometers far from the sea. Massa is overlooked by the Rocca, where is the castle of the Malaspina family that governed the region for centuries. The Piazza degli Aranci, surrounded by orange trees, is quite modern. Elisa Bonaparte, Napoleon's sister, enlarged the square in early 19th century. The Palazzo Ducale, downtown residence of the Malaspina family, is still beautiful like in former days in 16th century. It's called the Red Palace because of the color of the wall that show up against the white of the marble. The city of Carrara is overall the world capital of the marble since Roman times. The quarries of the white gold are situated in the Apuane Alps like a white mantle over the city. The Marble Road is a very interesting path into a human work that is certainly an industry, but still made with an ancient perspective. The Imperial Rome is all built with Carrara marble. The quarries were always and still are active, except during the High Middle Age. There are more than one marble laboratory in Carrara. Nicoli, for instance, is worldwide known, and their customers are or have been artists like Arturo Martini, Fausto Melotti, César or Louise Bourgeois, among others. Talking about artists, when Michelangelo was commissioned with a work, he used to come here alone for a few days to be inspired by the quietness of nature and choose personally the piece of marble he needed. The extraction of the marble and its transportation has always been a very delicate and dangerous operation. There was no mechanization until well into this century, and most of the work was performed by the men in the lizzatura. Their job was to guide the tons of marble down slopes, constructing the sled from wooden trunks. It seems that Michelangelo itself, that participated to the operation, risked his life more than once when the block broke the wires and ran down the slope. Nowadays, every first Sunday of August, it's possible to watch a reenactment of the lizzatura, done by the last lizzatori living and their heirs. In the Apuane Park, there is another place that reunites quality and tradition worldwide known, the village of Colonnata. The lard of Colonnata was what marble diggers used to eat, and is now one of the most delicious and precious products of Italian gastronomy. Try it with toasted bread and a slide of tomato. In the main piazza of Colonnata, the Trattoria da Mafalda is an ancient and perfect place for a break. Among others cuisine must of the territory, don't miss the taglierini nei fagioli and the rice cake. In the upper part of the province of Massa Carrara, there is another territory must see, the Lunigiana, a region plenty of Romanesque churches calling mysticism, where you will find the steps of the Via Francigena, the ancient pilgrim route across Europe. In Pontremoli, one of the most interesting minor towns in Tuscany, is held the Premio Bancarella, one of the main literature awards in Italy, born in 1953. Once there, go visit the Castello del Piagnaro, from 10th century a sentinel between the north of Italy and the Tyrrhenian Sea. Talking about slow food, here you will find delicious dishes made with mushrooms and chestnuts that grows over here. A very Lunigiana typical food is the testaroli, made with white flour, water and dressed with pesto. And don't miss the amor, a creamy cake with a still secret recipe kept from few patisseries in Pontremoli.